Israel Adesanya had the occasion to speak with Alexander Volkanovski on various topics, one of them being Adesanya's all-time top 2 pound-for-pound fighters in the UFC. Israel was quick to name Anderson Silva as his top pick. However, he quickly backtracked and admitted that he had to rethink his choice between Anderson Silva and Demetrius Johnson.
Okay, rank your top 3 pound-for-pound fighters in the UFC.
In the UFC. In
Is
history,
that all time?
All time?
Or now?
All time, or...
All time or now,
in
whatever?
UFC, all time. For me, first is Anderson Silva. Actually, wait, hold up. Fuck. Okay, it's between DJ and Anderson Silva, Demetrius Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
I feel like he's so slept on.
Demetrius Johnson?
Yeah, he's so slept on in history because, I don't know why, I think it's just meatheads look at a guy like that and think in their head, like when they say the lighter guys fight, they think, oh, I'll just pick him up and blah, you know. I think it's that mentality that's
timing
still
of that back then as well. Now I feel like it's not just, I think people are really appreciating the flyweight division.
They do, yes,
But I mean, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, so I feel like Demetrius maybe, okay, Demetrius, Anderson.
Max Holloway recently dished on whether Conor McGregor should return to the octagon in his latest interview with Brett Okamoto. When asked about a potential fight with the superstar, Holloway shared his perspective that he's not too invested in such talk since McGregor's return is uncertain. Holloway explained his opinion, stating,
You know, with that Conor fight, I tell you all the time, you know we're on a short list with that, you know? But first things first, we got Volk, you know? But we see, you know, Conor, you know, with all this Conor talk and saying whatever, he never even committed to coming back. He never once said that he'd come back. And rightfully so, he shouldn't, you know? Like, Conor is what everybody wants to be, you know? Everybody wants to get in this fight game, you know? Make the money, and then save your chickens, you know? Why, you know? Why would he come? I wouldn't even blame him if he didn't want to come back, you know? It's like...
Colby Covington has built a reputation for trash-talking his opponents and has gone overboard with his verbal attacks on various occasions in the eyes of many. While it has certainly played a role in the welterweight's prominence, rising contender Shavkat Rakhmonov believes that his trash talk crosses the limit and is the reason why he is underestimated as a fighter.
Yeah, this guy does a lot of trash talking, and sometimes he crosses the limit with that. But he's actually a very good fighter, and a lot of people underestimate him. But he's a very, very tough fighter. Good spirit, and he showed that in last 2 fights with Usman.
Sean O'Malley believes that Conor McGregor's bulked-up frame is likely to affect him negatively in a potential clash against Jorge Masvidal McGregor, who has been out of action since breaking his leg in a fight against Dustin Poirier last year, has bulked up considerably and packed on some serious muscle over the last few months.
I think definitely the new muscle he's put on could affect him negatively, but there's only one way to find out.
Is it good muscle? Is it lean muscle? Or is he boozing? Is he just bulking up?
He looks like he's lifting heavy and eating a lot, which... It's good muscle, but for fighting, you don't want the more muscle you have to carry on, the cardio is gonna be harder to.
Well, he's so loaded. He probably wants to eat good, enjoy his life, walk around at 190 and fight at 170. It's not like the pay is gonna be any different.
Yeah.
So.
Israel Adesanya doesn't deem Sean Strickland to be a good sparring partner. Adesanya labeled Strickland a rotten apple for hurting his teammates during sparring. The Last Stylebender also believes that Strickland's widely infamous sparring videos of him landing serious damage on his partners doesn't really translate to his fights. Additionally, the UFC middleweight champion thinks that Strickland has many screws loose.
Sean Strickland, he's a bad motherfucker. Like literally, bad, rotten apple, fucking. But I like the guy, he's funny, and he likes to talk shit as well. His stand-up, I've seen him do more damage on YouTube in sparring than in his fights, put it that way. I've seen his sparring footages, and I would never spar with an idiot like that. I've hurt people in sparring before, and I'm just like, oh shit, my bad, or I'll pull back, like with the body shot or whatever. But I've seen what he does, and I'm just like, and he's talking shit, I'm like, yo, hey, whatever floats your boat, yes.
Khabib Nurmagomedov recently gave his predictions for the upcoming middleweight and featherweight title fights scheduled for UFC 276. According to the Eagle, both city kickboxing products Israel Adesanya and Alexander Volkanovski will successfully defend their titles next weekend.
Honestly, I think it's gonna be very close fight in middleweight division, like Adesanya versus Conor. But I think like Adesanya a little bit step away, 1 foot away from Conor on class. If you talk about class, I see how he much speed. He have much more speed than Conor. He have more accuracy with kick, with punch, more experience. And I think like 70-30. I think Adesanya gonna win. About Holloway, Volkanovski, honestly, I'm really impressed about Volkanovski, about his last couple experience, couple performance, and I think like I like Max Holloway. You know, I like him. This is nothing personal, but I think Volkanovski gonna defend his title. It's a question how, but who knows? But I see like he more stay busy. Fight all the time, you know, like experience, maybe experience like same, like a little bit more fire. I feel he have a little bit more fire than Max Holloway, and I think Volkanovski and Adesanya, they're gonna defend this title.
Khamzat Chimaev recently posted a clip from Dana White's inspirational speech regarding trying to succeed in life. The UFC president once gave a speech about how the worst thing is not trying. White believes that if an individual doesn't succeed in a new endeavor, they can always go back to what they were doing before. However, only trying new things can open up better opportunities. Here's what White said in his speech.
What's the worst thing that can happen if you try? If the day that I walked out of that hotel, right, and I went to do this, it doesn't work out, I can go back and be a bellman again whenever I want to. You can always go back and do that. The worst part is not trying.
Tyson Fury has just called out Francis Ngannou for a big stadium fight at the end of 2022, and he used a number of chicken emojis to do it. A super fight between Fury and Ngannou has looked inevitable since the Predator was allowed to climb into the ring following Fury's latest win over Dillian Whyte in April. Ngannou's contract with the UFC reportedly expires sometime near the end of 2022, and both men have expressed interest in a special rules bout. Thought you wanted some smoke at Francis Ngannou? Let's do a proper fight. Wembley Stadium 2022. Don't you dare think that I take my eyes out of you. You're still my priority. I'm coming for all the smoke 2023.